2 ways to grow a successful real estate business. The first category is we are playing with a little thing called capital. And the other way is we're playing with a little thing called sweat equity, okay? That means that's you getting out there and putting in the work. There are different things you can do with sweat equity. And the first thing you can do is cold call. And I can use my phone to simply make outbound calls, and that requires no money. The second way is door knocking. We've all heard of door knocking, right? Maybe you are a door knocker yourself. I door knocked for years. I used to door knock 100 doors a day. It was freaking insane. We would go with the business card, knock on the door, leave the business card there saying, "Have you thought about selling? ? Please call me." That requires no money. You can make $1 million a year door knocking, just knocking on doors in your neighborhood if you are consistent enough. And then the next way, and this is really important, and that is your database, past clients, and center of influence. There's no better way, no better free business than the people that know you, like you, love you. You would be surprised on how many people, how many family members, how many friends' parents, how many friends want to help you. We just have to have the courage to ask. The next way, guys, is networking with other agents, wholesalers, and investors in the area. You see, one thing that I would do if I was an agent early on and I had no money is I would go drive around to all the houses that are being remodeled. I would ask who the investor is. I would get the investor's phone number. I would call them and say, "What are you looking for? Help me understand, what are you looking for?" Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what you tell me and I'm going to go out and find that house. They're going to give you what's called a buy box, and that's going to be everything that they're looking for. Well, then guess what you're going to do? You're going to go out to those neighborhoods, door knock all those neighborhoods saying, "Hey, I have an investor looking to buy the house. Would you be open to an all cash offer, or have you thought about selling?" So networking with investors, networking with agents. And then another way, go join local real estate groups. And you may see something that may spark some interest that you can take action on. My whole business was built on sweat equity. So I started off by cold calling, by door knocking, and by networking with investors. I figured out what investors wanted. We would go out and look for it. And I spent majority of my time single hand dialing and single hand text messaging. You want to be able to have a whole division in your business where you're making money on sweat equity, and a whole division that's backing the sweat equity by marketing. That's going to be rocket fuel, and boom, right now you really take off. The next way is mass text messaging and mass cold calling. You're calling 3 people at one time. You're using a dialer. You're spending $150 a month on just one dialer. You're text messaging. You're sending 1,000 text messages a day, 5,000 text messages a day, 10,000 text messages a day. Once you start cold calling at a high level, then you start replacing yourself by hiring cold callers. So we got to the point where we had 17 cold callers at one time. We had 17 people on the phone looking for deals all day long, 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, right? We were paying about $20,000 a month in just cold callers, right? In just cold calling salaries on top of everything else that we had. The next way is mass mailers. So you may have gotten mailers in your inbox. You may have gotten mailers that came to your door. Mailers is another great way to do business. It requires a lot of upfront capital, and it takes a little bit of time to get rocking and rolling, but once you get going, it does pay off. Paid pay-per-click ads, also known as Google ads. Again, very expensive, $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and it's going to require some time to get up and running. The next way is SEO, search engine optimization, where they type in buy a home in Orange County, and you're the first person that pops up, right? You have paid ads, advertisement, and boom, you're right there. You didn't pay to be there. It's all based off of keywords inside your website. So these are the 2 different ways to grow a real estate business. What I want you to do is I want you to go back and write them all down, and I want you to figure out where are you? Where are you monetary wise? I don't know what your current situation is, but now is a good time to figure it out. Now is a good time to write it out and start to think about what are the marketing channels that you want to be involved in. Unless you are consistent on both, it ain't never going to happen. Stay consistent, and I guarantee you it will pay off. Let's go.